Wallace D. Wattles didn't just write a book. He handed the world a blueprint for wealth creation. His approach, treating wealth like a science, predictable, repeatable, and accessible to anyone willing to follow the steps. Think about it. Just like gravity works whether you believe in it or not, the principles of wealth creation work when you apply them. Wattles believed that success wasn't reserved for the lucky or the privileged. Instead, it's a process, a system anyone can master. And that's where the magic lies. Understanding that wealth isn't some mystical force but a result of deliberate actions and a specific mindset. Now, imagine this: you're baking a cake. If you follow the recipe to the letter, you'll get the same delicious result every time. That's exactly how Wattles saw wealth creation. It's not about throwing random ingredients together and hoping for the best. It's about following a proven formula. And here's the kicker. Most people don't even realize there's a recipe for financial success. They stumble through life thinking wealth is about luck or inheritance, when in reality, it's about learning the steps and sticking to them. But here's the thing. Knowing there's a system is just the beginning. The real challenge is committing to it. Wattles emphasized that wealth starts in the mind. It's about reprogramming your thoughts, breaking free from subconscious money blocks, and embracing a wealth mindset. This isn't just about thinking positively. It's about rewiring your brain to see opportunities where others see obstacles. And once you start seeing wealth as a science, you'll realize that the only thing standing between you and financial freedom is your willingness to take that first step. Let's clear up one of the biggest myths about wealth. It's not about luck, and it's definitely not about being born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Sure, some people inherit fortunes, but the vast majority of self-made millionaires didn't start with much. What they did have, though, was a clear understanding that wealth is built through specific actions and thought patterns. It's not about stumbling into success. It's about creating it. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. If you're waiting for luck to strike, you'll be waiting forever. Take a moment to think about the habits of the wealthy. They don't waste time blaming circumstances or waiting for the stars to align. Instead, they focus on what they can control: their mindset, their actions, and their habits. This is where the concept of a money mindset comes into play. People with a scarcity mindset see limitations everywhere. I can't afford this, or I'll never make enough. But those with an abundance mindset, they see opportunities. They ask, how can I afford this? Or what skills can I develop to earn more? It's a subtle shift, but it changes everything. And here's the kicker. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you believe wealth is out of reach, your actions will reflect that belief. But if you start to reprogram your mind for wealth, challenging those subconscious money blocks and adopting millionaire habits, you'll begin to see the world differently. Suddenly, what seemed impossible becomes achievable. It's not magic, it's psychology. And once you understand that wealth is a result of deliberate thought patterns and actions, you'll realize that the power to change your financial future has been in your hands all along. If there's one thing that separates the wealthy from everyone else, it's their mindset. It's not just about thinking positively, it's about cultivating a growth-oriented mindset that attracts wealth like a magnet. Think of it this way: your mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of abundance, opportunity, and confidence, you'll grow a thriving financial future. But if you let weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity take over, they'll choke out any chance of success. The wealthy understand this, which is why they guard their thoughts as carefully as they guard their bank accounts. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities to grow. For example, when faced with a financial setback, someone with a scarcity mindset might think, "This always happens to me. I'll never get ahead." But someone with a wealth mindset, they'll ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I turn this around?" It's not just optimism. It's a strategic way of thinking that keeps you moving forward, no matter what. And here's the thing, your mindset isn't fixed. You can reprogram your mind for wealth by practicing daily habits that reinforce abundance. Affirmations, visualization, and even journaling can help you shift your perspective. Start by challenging your money beliefs. Are they holding you back or pushing you forward? Remember, the way you think about money shapes the way you handle it. And when you start to see wealth as something you can attract and create, rather than something you have to chase, everything changes. Let's talk about those sneaky little thoughts that hold you back. Limiting beliefs about money. You've probably heard phrases like, "Money is the root of all evil," or "Rich people are greedy." These ideas might seem harmless, but they're like invisible chains keeping you stuck in a scarcity mindset. If you believe deep down that wealth is bad or that you don't deserve it, how can you ever expect to attract it? The truth is, these subconscious money blocks are some of the biggest barriers to financial success. And the first step to breaking free is recognizing them. Here's a quick exercise. Write down every belief you have about money. Don't filter yourself, just let it all out. Then take a closer look. Are these beliefs helping you or holding you back? For example, if you've always thought, "I'll never be rich because I didn't go to college," challenge that belief. Look at self-made millionaires like Richard Branson or Oprah Winfrey, who built their wealth through grit and determination, not fancy degrees. Reprogramming your mind for wealth starts with replacing those limiting beliefs with empowering ones. But it's not just about identifying the problem, it's about taking action. Daily practices like affirmations can help you rewrite your money story. Instead of saying, "I'll never have enough," try, "I am capable of creating unlimited wealth." Visualization is another powerful tool. Picture yourself living the life you want. What does it look like? How does it feel? The more you focus on abundance, the more you'll start to see opportunities instead of obstacles. And once you start shifting those beliefs, you'll realize that the only thing standing between you and financial freedom was the story you were telling yourself all along. Visualization isn't just some woo-woo concept. It's a proven tool that high achievers swear by. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and even world-class performers use it to prime their minds for success. When it comes to wealth, visualization works the same way. The idea is simple. If you can see it in your mind, you can create it in your life. But here's the catch, it's not enough to just daydream about money. You need to create a vivid, detailed mental image of your financial goals and focus on it daily, like a compass guiding you toward your destination. Imagine this. You're sitting in your dream home, sipping coffee on the balcony, overlooking the view you've always wanted. What does it smell like? How does it feel? The more specific you get, the more real it becomes. This isn't just about wishful thinking. It's about training your brain to recognize opportunities that align with your vision. When you focus on abundance, your subconscious mind starts working overtime to make it happen. It's like planting a seed in fertile soil. With consistent attention, it grows into something tangible. But visualization isn't a one-and-done deal, it's a daily practice. Set aside a few minutes each morning or evening to close your eyes and picture your financial goals. Pair it with affirmations like, "I am attracting wealth effortlessly," or "I am worthy of financial freedom." Over time, this practice rewires your brain, shifting your focus from scarcity to abundance. And here's the best part. As you start to see small wins, your confidence grows, creating a snowball effect that propels you closer to your goals. If you don't know where you're going, how will you ever get there? That's the power of setting specific, measurable, and time-bound goals. Vague dreams like, "I want to be rich someday," won't cut it. You need to get crystal clear about what you want, how much you want, and when you want it. Think of it like using GPS. If you don't punch in an exact address, you'll just wander aimlessly. Wealth creation works the same way. The clearer your goals, the easier it is to map out the steps to achieve them. Here's an example. Instead of saying, "I want to save money," try, "I will save $10,000 in the next 12 months by setting aside $834 each month." See the difference? It's specific, measurable, and has a deadline. This kind of clarity not only keeps you focused, but also makes the goal feel achievable. And when you break it down into smaller steps, it's less overwhelming. Suddenly, saving $10,000 doesn't feel like climbing Mount Everest. It feels like taking one step at a time. But here's the thing, goals aren't just about numbers. They're about creating a vision for your life. What does financial freedom look like to you? Is it retiring early? Traveling the world? Starting your own business? Once you know your why, your goals become more meaningful. And when you pair them with a wealth mindset, you'll find yourself naturally taking actions that align with your vision. The key is to stay consistent, track your progress, and adjust as needed. After all, the journey to wealth isn't a straight line. It's a series of intentional steps that lead to something extraordinary. Thinking about wealth is a great start, but let's be real. It's not enough. You can visualize, affirm, and dream all you want, but without action, it's like trying to drive a car without turning the key. Wealth doesn't just fall into your lap. It's the result of consistent and purposeful action. The wealthy know this, which is why they don't just sit around waiting for opportunities. They create them. Every step they take is aligned with their goals, and that's what sets them apart. Think about it this way. If your goal is to build $1 million business, you can't just brainstorm ideas and hope for the best. You need to take deliberate steps, researching your market, building a product, marketing it, and refining your strategy. Even small actions, like dedicating an hour a day to learning a new skill or reaching out to potential clients, can compound over time. The key is to stay consistent. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing the right things, day in and day out. But purposeful action isn't just about working hard. It's about working smart. Are your actions moving you closer to your goals? Or are you just staying busy? For example, instead of scrolling through social media, spend that time networking with people who inspire you or learning about investments that align with your wealth mindset. The truth is, every action you take sends a message to the universe about what you're ready to receive. And when your actions align with your vision, you'll start to see results that feel almost effortless. Wealth isn't just about mindset. It's also about taking practical steps that move you closer to your goals. One of the smartest things you can do is invest in yourself. Think about it. The more valuable you become, the more opportunities you'll attract. Whether it's learning a high-demand skill, taking a course, or even reading books like The Millionaire Next Door or Rich Dad Poor Dad, every bit of knowledge you gain adds to your wealth toolbox. Skills are like currency, they open doors that money alone can't. Networking is another game changer. You've probably heard the saying, your network is your net worth. And it's true. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire and challenge, you can completely shift your perspective. Attend events, join online communities, or even reach out to mentors who've already achieved what you're aiming for. The right connections can introduce you to opportunities you didn't even know existed. And here's a tip. Don't just look for what you can gain. Focus on how you can add value to others. That's how you build relationships that last. And let's not forget about seeking opportunities. This doesn't mean waiting for the perfect moment. It means staying alert and ready to act. Whether it's a side hustle, an investment opportunity, or a chance to collaborate with someone, the key is to say yes to things that align with your goals. For example, if you're interested in real estate, start by researching local markets or attending seminars. If you're into stocks, look into companies with strong growth potential. The point is, opportunities are everywhere, you just need to train your mind to see them. Gratitude might seem like a small thing, but it's one of the most powerful tools in the wealth creation process. Why? Because when you focus on what you already have, you shift your energy from scarcity to abundance. Instead of obsessing over what's missing, you start to see how much you've already gained. And here's the kicker. The more grateful you are, the more you attract things to be grateful for. It's like a magnet for wealth and opportunities. The wealthy understand this, which is why gratitude is a daily practice for so many of them. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how people who constantly complain about money seem to stay stuck in the same financial rut? That's because they're focusing on lack, and what you focus on expands. On the flip side, when you're thankful for even the smallest things, like a steady paycheck, a roof over your head, or the skills you've developed, you create a positive energy that opens the door to more. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good exercise. It's a mindset shift that rewires your brain to see abundance everywhere. Here's a simple practice to get started. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's a kind word from a friend, a productive day at work, or even a good cup of coffee. Over time, this habit trains your mind to focus on the good, even in challenging situations. And when you combine gratitude with a wealth mindset, you'll find that opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. It's not magic. It's the power of aligning your energy with abundance. Life has a funny way of testing you, especially when you're on the path to building wealth. Challenges will come, unexpected expenses, failed investments, or even moments of self-doubt. But here's the thing, your attitude in those moments can make or break your journey. Maintaining a positive attitude isn't about ignoring problems. It's about choosing to see them as opportunities to grow. The wealthy don't let setbacks define them. They use them as stepping stones to something greater. Take Thomas Edison, for example. When asked about his thousands of failed attempts to invent the light bulb, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the kind of mindset you need when things don't go as planned. Instead of spiraling into negativity, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to move forward? A positive attitude doesn't erase challenges, but it gives you the resilience to overcome them. And here's a little secret. Positivity is contagious. When you maintain a good attitude, even in tough times, you inspire those around you. This can open doors you didn't even know existed. Whether it's a new opportunity, a helpful connection, or simply the motivation to keep going. Pair this with daily practices like affirmations or journaling, and you'll find it easier to stay grounded, no matter what life throws your way. Remember, wealth isn't just about money. It's about the mindset that keeps you moving forward, even when the road gets bumpy. Building wealth isn't just about what you do. It's about who you become. That's why daily practices like affirmations, journaling, and meditation are so powerful. They're not just routines. They're tools to reprogram your mind for wealth. Think of them as mental workouts. Just like you'd hit the gym to strengthen your body, these practices strengthen your financial psychology. They help you stay focused, clear-headed, and aligned with your goals, even when life gets chaotic. Affirmations are a great place to start. By repeating positive statements like, "I am worthy of financial freedom," or "money flows to me effortlessly," you're training your subconscious to believe in abundance. It might feel awkward at first, but over time, these words sink in and start to shape your reality. Journaling is another game changer. Use it to track your progress, reflect on your money beliefs, or even brainstorm new ideas for creating wealth. Writing things down makes them feel more real, and it's a great way to stay accountable. And then there's meditation, a practice that's often overlooked in the world of wealth creation. But here's the thing, a calm mind is a powerful mind. Even just 5 minutes a day can help you clear mental clutter, reduce stress, and focus on what truly matters. Visualization pairs perfectly with meditation. 2. Picture your financial goals as if they've already happened. Feel the emotions of success and let that energy guide your actions. These daily practices might seem small, but they create a ripple effect that transforms your mindset and your bank account. Habits are the foundation of success, and when it comes to wealth, they're non-negotiable. The daily practices you commit to, like affirmations, journaling, and meditation, aren't just feel-good exercises. They're the building blocks of a wealth mindset. Over time, these small, consistent actions compound, creating habits that support long-term financial success. Think of it like planting seeds. At first, it might not look like much is happening, but with patience and care, those seeds grow into something extraordinary. Take journaling, for example. It's not just about writing down your thoughts. It's about tracking your progress, setting clear goals, and reflecting on what's working and what's not. This habit keeps you focused and helps you course correct when needed. Or consider affirmations. Repeating positive statements daily might feel repetitive, but it's rewiring your brain to believe in abundance. Over time, these habits become second nature, shaping the way you think, act, and approach money. The beauty of these practices is that they're scalable. As your financial situation evolves, so can your habits. Maybe you start with a simple affirmation like, "I am capable of creating wealth," and later, you add more specific ones tied to your goals. Or perhaps your journaling evolves from tracking expenses to brainstorming investment strategies. The key is consistency. These habits aren't just about short-term wins. They're about creating a foundation for a lifetime of financial freedom. Procrastination and fear of failure are two of the biggest roadblocks on the path to wealth. They creep in quietly, convincing you to put things off or avoid taking risks altogether. But here's the truth. Waiting for the perfect moment or fearing mistakes will only keep you stuck. The wealthy don't let these obstacles hold them back. They face them head-on. And the secret? It's not about being fearless. It's about taking action despite the fear. One of the best ways to tackle procrastination is to break tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Let's say you want to start investing but feel overwhelmed by all the options. Instead of trying to learn everything at once, start small. Research one type of investment like index funds and take it from there. The key is to focus on progress, not perfection. Each small step builds momentum, and before you know it, you're making moves you once thought were impossible. Fear of failure is another beast, but it's one you can tame. Start by reframing failure as feedback. Every mistake is a lesson, a chance to learn and grow. For example, if a business idea doesn't work out, ask yourself what you can do differently next time. The wealthy see failure as part of the process, not the end of the road. Pair this mindset with daily affirmations like, "I am capable of overcoming any challenge," and you'll find it easier to push through fear and take action. Remember, the only real failure is not trying at all. Faith is the glue that holds everything together on the journey to wealth. Without it, even the best strategies and habits can fall apart. Faith in yourself, in your ability to create wealth, and in the process itself is non-negotiable. The truth is, results don't always show up right away. You might put in weeks, months, or even years of effort before you see the payoff. But the wealthy understand that persistence is key. They trust the journey, knowing that every step they take is bringing them closer to their goals, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. Think of it like planting a tree. You water it, nurture it, and give it sunlight, but for a while it looks like nothing's happening. Then one day it starts to sprout. Wealth works the same way. You might not see immediate results, but that doesn't mean your efforts are wasted. Faith is what keeps you going during those quiet periods when progress feels invisible. It's what separates those who give up from those who break through. And here's the thing, faith isn't just about blind optimism. It's about building confidence through action. Every time you take a step toward your goals, whether it's saving a little more, learning a new skill, or investing in yourself, you're proving to yourself that you're capable. Pair this with a wealth mindset, and you'll find it easier to stay persistent, even when the road gets tough. Trust the process, because the seeds you're planting today will grow into the financial freedom you've been working toward. You've just unlocked the blueprint for wealth creation. But here's the thing. Knowledge alone won't change your life, action will. So what are you going to do with everything you've learned? Will you start reprogramming your mind for wealth? Will you challenge those limiting beliefs that have been holding you back? Or will you take that first step toward financial freedom by setting clear, actionable goals? The choice is yours, but remember, the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the action you take today. Imagine where you could be a year from now if you commit to these principles. What would it feel like to finally break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle? To wake up every day knowing you're in control of your financial future? It's not just a dream. It's a reality waiting for you to claim it. But it all starts with you. Are you ready to take the leap and create the wealth you deserve? If this video inspired you, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another life-changing lesson. And don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this content with your family and friends. Imagine how many lives could change if more people understood the science of getting rich. Let's keep this journey going together. And remember, wealth isn't just about money. It's about the mindset, habits, and actions that lead to a life of abundance. You've got this. Now go out there and make it happen.